My name is Samarth. I'll be presenting a paper, joint work with Sandhya Garg. And the paper is about impact of financial access on gender gap in entrepreneurship and financial inclusion. So to jump right in, the research question that we have is quite simply, does bank branch proximity increase financial inclusion and entrepreneurship of women in India? And the question is important and open because there could be demand constraints, there could be supply constraints, and we want to tease the two of them out. The data that we use first, so it's a bunch of data sets. The first data is a novel panel data set of unbanked villages in India with distance to the nearest branch and year of opening. So this is a working paper with by the two of us only as a separate paper, where we describe how we computed this data set. Along with that, we have economic census, 3 rounds of economic census data, 98, 2005, 2013, where we can observe number of women and men-owned enterprises in agricultural and non-agricultural sector with formal loans. And this is economic census, so it's an enumeration of all enterprises in India. And we are able to merge these two data sets. We allow these two data sets to talk to each other through the Shrug IDs developed by Asher and his co-author from the 2019 paper. To identify our impact, since it's I'm sure it's very clear to everyone that bank branch location could be endogenous. To identify our impact, we employ this difference in different methodology, where the treated group are those unbanked villages which received a bank branch within 5 kilometers between the year 2005 and 2013. And also I should say that 5 kilometers is not a hard and fixed number. It's a number that we use from RBI's own, Reserve Bank of India's own policies, where they want to increase financial access within 5 kilometers of all villages. But we have tried changing this number and the results are more or less robust. So what are the results? So first, I'll go through the results through these obvious, very understandable graphs. So first is the treatment effect on formal finance. Here I'm plotting the number of female-owned enterprises with formal finance in treated and controlled villages across the years. And what we find is that after 2005, there is a slight jump in the number of female-owned enterprises with formal finance in the treated villages which received a bank branch within 5 kilometers, but not so much in the control group. So, all the results are available in the slides and the paper, but here I just want to mention that as a share of mean of the number of female-owned enterprises with formal finance across years and villages, the average treatment effect is nearly 50%. What happens for male-owned enterprises? We see a very different trajectory. It appears that there's some kind of plateauing going on. More particularly, we do find that there are the coefficient on average treatment effect, the difference in difference term is positive, but it becomes insignificant once we start using unobservable village fixed effects and year fixed effects. So the key takeaway from this is that the impact of bank branch proximity is much higher on female-owned enterprises, which are usually the underrepresented group. Now, this is the result on formal finance or formal loan taker. We want to know the end result, which is what happens to entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship could increase either directly because firms have started taking more loans, or because these firms which take loans are creating more demand for allied industries. Again, the same kind of graphs. What we first find is when it comes to female-owned enterprises, there is an uptick in both treated and controlled villages after 2005. There were many changes in Indian rural economy post 2005, but the uptick in treated group is steeper. And again, if we look at, if we normalize this as a share of mean across villages and across time period, this impact is nearly 15%. So treated villages are receiving 15% more on enterprises, female-owned enterprises. As for male-owned enterprises, we see very parallel trends. In fact, the effect is still insignificant. So again, we find that bank branch proximity is actually helping female-owned enterprises more than male-owned enterprises. But this is the total number of enterprises. What we really want to, what we also do in the paper, is segregate this result into agriculture and non-agriculture sector. So do bank branches, are they able to impact structural transformation at the village level economy? In these slides, I'm going to show the results for non-agriculture sector. And what we find is that whatever effect that we were getting in the previous slide on the total number of enterprises is actually purely driven by the non-agricultural sector. So again, if you look at female-owned enterprises, the first figure here, pre-2005, pre-treatment group, there's hardly any difference. They're indistinguishable, treated and controlled villages. And post-2005, the uptake is much steeper in the treated villages. The average treatment effect is actually for female-owned firms is 25% of mean across a year. And for male-owned firms, or non-agricultural male-owned firms, it's nearly 5% of mean across a year. And the key takeaway that we want to mention is that cheaper credit is possibly leading to structural change. This is a hypothesis which has been argued in Banerjee and Newman. And here's some evidence. We believe that this is a strong evidence for that. Just to conclude, our main takeaway from the paper is that first, bank branch proximity does improve credit uptake. So the idea is that supply side interventions are effective. The debate in the financial inclusion literature has been a lot about whether uptake of formal finance is limited by demand because people don't need formal finance as informal sector fulfills that role. But we find that supply side interventions can make forays into rural economy. Second, the relative impact on women as a share of mean is higher across all our observables, all our dependent variables. So we know even in India from this data set and many other papers that women do appear statistically are more constrained when it comes to formal finance and entrepreneurship. So what we find is that in our treated villages, the inequality, gender inequality is decreasing. And this could have implications on many things, intra-household bargaining, social status of women. And we believe that could be an active area to look into. And finally, we find that there's a rise in women's entrepreneurship and shift in men's from agriculture to non-agriculture. So most of our impact that we are finding in economic activity, or rather entrepreneurship, is occurring in the non-agriculture or more productive sector of the Indian economy. Agriculture sector, most of you would know, is much more overburdened with workers. So we believe that this is a net welfare enhancing effect. So the idea is that banks can help in structural transformation, as Banerjee and Newman as I mentioned, have previously argued. That wraps up my presentation. Please feel free to email to us, to me, samarth@bu.edu, Sandhya Garg @igindia.org for any queries. And if there are any questions, I would be very, very happy to discuss.
I have a question. Thanks,
Yes.
Samarth. It's a very interesting paper. So I think I'm curious about the empirical strategy.
Yes.
You mentioned that the 5 kilometers threshold was linked to a reform of RBI. So I remember they did a reform on how banks had to open branches in underbanked districts. Is that related to that reform, or is it a different reform, or how does it make your threshold exogenous?
So this 5 kilometer was not related to that reform, although the period 2005 onwards is when this new reform was introduced. However, I want to mention that our strategy is empirical strategy is agnostic to that, because the rule of opening bank branches is because we control for village fixed effects, year fixed effects, those unobservable village factors are being absorbed away in many of our regressions, and the results are still surviving. So that policy that you're mentioning was specifically linked to the population threshold in the year 2001. So it was some kind of a time invariant factor that can be addressed using village fixed effect. The 5 kilometer is something that RBI has now started to look into. They want all banks to have a all villages to have a bank branch within 5 kilometers. So now so we are trying to claim that our results can speak to that motivation of RBI. But we can move the threshold from 3 to 7. The results remain very, very consistent across all thresholds. Yeah. Does that answer your question, Louise?
I guess my concern is then, I'm not sure if I see that we're sure that the effect is driven by the bank, or whether the banks are really good at seeing the places where there's opportunity for financing people and financing new firms in particular.
Yeah. So what if bank branch endogeneity, bank branch location endogeneity? That's the concern that you may have, right? That banks are locating in places which are already on high trajectory. But in our empirical strategy, as long as the pre-2005 trends were parallel, then it addresses that point, that banks are not moving into places. If you look at this one, banks are not moving into places where women are already high in non-agriculture, or not even they were on a higher trajectory across 98 to 2005. So that's why.
I think Rachel has a question.
Yeah, I just have a more general question, because like in the case of India, we know that of course women being an entrepreneur is an important question, but the way I see it, there's even bigger question that overall women tend to be very low representation in the labor market. The labor force participation for women is extremely low in India. And it has been falling over time, during the recent decade. So I was wondering, by thinking about this question on entrepreneur or the financial channel, do we also learn something about labor market? Is it female entrepreneur will also have some spillover effect to help women to get into the labor market? Because it seems like in India, one of the key things that is holding back this woman is to do with the social norm about whether women should be doing home production or doing market production. So what is your general view on this?
Yeah, no, that's a very valid question. The channel that we believe that's working is that social norms on women are very strict. The mobility of women is restricted in villages. Now, when a bank branch comes closer, some of these mobility restrictions become less effective. There could be, for example, self-help groups which are linked to banks and providing credit. So that's what we believe why proximity can work. Related literature on that is, some papers have looked at the Ujjwala scheme, where women were provided free cylinders, cooking fuel, and that allowed them to not go out of the house and look for dry wood to cook. And again, some welfare effects were found of that. Some very positive effects were found of that policy intervention. So our mechanism is that adjusting to the restriction mobility of women, if the policy works that way, can actually lead to effect, can actually overcome these restrictions and allow women to enter into labor markets or as entrepreneurs.
So in the data, is it possible actually to see whether these entrepreneur activities more into some type of like family business? Because so that they can now be the boss of the family business instead of being the helper to the husband's family business or something like that. Because we do see that family business is a very important feature of early development stage.
So these are all female-owned firms. So in the sense, they are the boss of this enterprise. We can look into, we can narrow it down to the 3-digit NIC code and look into which kind of occupation, which kind of task they are involved in. We can also look into whether the work is perennial or seasonal or casual. It's 28 seconds.
But would be good also because the family business will tend to be very,
So I suppose I have like less than 30 seconds left. Any questions?